Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you part 2 of what I expect to be a 3-part replay between Cuddles and Collector here on Desert Oasis. Currently, Collector just doing a really good job of being all around the map, having terrific map control, even though he's only currently mining out of 2 of those mineral patches. Zerglings and Infestors now going to be coming in. Those Infestors can either do that fungal growth or use that fungal growth in order to try to get those units to stand still, and then causing those banelings to be able to just explode into them. This is going to be very bad for those units. That fungal growth also pretty much instantly kills a marine, or reduces the hit points of a marine very drastically. In come those units. We're going to get fungal growth. Yeah, fungal growth hitting a lot of those units. So all those units just currently sitting there taking a lot of that damage. And now in comes that planetary fortress, and banelings now trying to run in. Oh, very nicely done. And yeah, Cuddles just having to appreciate the fact that he got schooled by those banelings. Now Zergling's going to be trying to run up into that base. Single infestor sitting over there. Collector saying thank you in terms of that attack. And wow, very nicely done. Zergling is now going to go ahead and try to finish off the rest of these supply depots as they try to move around a little bit more. The SCVs and Marines now trying to fight back. SCVs getting healed back up, so the rest of those Zerglings going to get taken down. The Gauss rifles have been upgraded to 1-0 upgrades. Taking a look over here, we do not have the crackling upgrade yet for the Hive Tech, as we are now finally getting into Hive Tech. We do not we do in fact have the melee attack upgrades, but no armor upgrades for those Zerglings. Coming back over here, more Marines trying to get in position. Those Marines, even though they had that combat shield upgrade, simply getting destroyed. But perhaps those Marines should consider standing by that planetary fortress, so the planetary fortress can at least get a pop shot or 2 off against those banelings before those banelings really deal their damage. Coming back over here, another hatchery, another queen now spawning over here. So we have 3 queens in play, 1 at every single essentially hatchery or eventually will be a hive. Now getting the double evolution chambers, trying to get that armor upgrade and that claw upgrade. Coming back over here, actually, I'm a little curious. Do the banelings get the claw upgrade? I don't know if it's a claw upgrade or if it is in fact the range upgrade. So let's take a look at this. It looks like it is in fact the claw upgrade. So those of you guys who didn't know, yeah, it is the claw upgrade because the banelings are evolved from a single Zergling. Marines now desperately trying to run away. Infestors are going to be able to get some fungal growth. Oh, missing a lot of those units. Now a couple of those Marines are sitting in the position, gonna get weighted to get killed right in that position. And now poor Marines, yeah, Marines getting picked up by that medevac. Oh, quickly taking down that poor command center before it gets taken down. Oh, nice pickup by Cuddles. Cuddles picking up those SCVs once again, the SCVs and those Marines, and trying to transport them away. The Collector's Infestors currently sitting on, what, 4 Infestors. Those Infestors will also be able to spawn infested Terrans if they in fact need a little bit more juice in order to fight back. Collector really opening my eyes to this game so far, has not created a single... Oh, Ultralisk Cavern, very nice. Those of you guys who have been waiting for Ultralisk, here it comes. So not going roaches, not going mutalisks, not going hydralisks. So this is a very really respect Collector for not trying to do just the standard cookie cutter strategy from the Zerg. Now Zerg trying to take down this high yield mineral patch over here. That queen moving very slowly as it's not on that creep. As we have medevacs. Medevacs may be trying to try to do a drop, and that drop has been revealed as there are in fact Zelnaga watchtowers in position. We'll see if it's going to really matter. Is Cuddles going to be able to drop in time? Yes, able to drop in time, and this is the first time that Cuddles is in fact able to deal a lot of that damage. Zergling's going to be trying to come in single file, but that's not going to really work, as that's just really out of position and just bad positioning for those Zerglings. Banelings now going to be coming in. Are those unable to pick back up, and that army just getting destroyed right there. So Baneling should have been picked up, or the army should have been picked up the instant he saw those Banelings and tried to perhaps deploy to this location, and then those Banelings would have been forced to just try to roll around the corner and just try to harass with those medevacs. We have a large number of Marines and Hellions sitting down here. Taking a look at the army sizes. Army sizes are fairly even still. So Cuddles with an even army against Collector, even though it feels like Collector just has the momentum behind this game. Zerglings now upgraded, has that level 2 attack. Those banelings, on the other hand, are able to do 19 plus 24. So what is that? 43 damage against light units. That is going to be a lot of damage against a poor Marine. And wow, quick. Zergling getting destroyed right there by that Marauder and that single Marine sitting down in this position. Perhaps Infestor's now going to come in. Infestor's going to once again try to fungal growth the rest of this army. So fungal growthing a lot of those units. Fungal growthing again. Is he going to get another fungal growth off? And let's see. Well, yeah, fungal growthing the majority of this army. So fungal growth really dealing a lot of that damage, but those banelings really did not come into play. And Cuddles, now with a stronger army, as those banelings were unable to really detonate. So very, very nicely done. Cuddles now with a very large amount of medevacs may be able to take down and deal a significant amount of damage towards Collector. And I do not think that Collector is really going to be ready for this. Collector really needs to be spawning some units, perhaps some Ultralisks, getting 2 Ultralisks and also getting a Spire finally. Taking a look at this large group of medevacs. Those medevacs, however, do not have full hit points. A lot of them have taken a lot of damage from that fungal growth. Zergling's now desperately trying to run back up to this high ground. If he loses this hive and perhaps all the tech in this location, this would be a very, very bad game for Collector. In come these medevacs. Medevacs quickly dropping down these units. Hellions all these drones trying to once again burrow back up, and now trying to take down the rest of these buildings. Zergling's going to get taken down, and this is just really, really bad for Collector. Collector going to lose his hive, and perhaps even lose even more. Ultralisk trying to come into play. Ultralisk with Ultralisk dealing a lot of damage with that head attack, and just trying to finish off. Baneling Nest has been taken down, and the spawning pool has been taken down. Only a couple infestation pits and a couple Ultralisk caverns are still in play. If he can take down the infestation pit and the Ultralisk cavern, excuse me, this might be very, very difficult for Collector to really be able to produce any additional units. Cuddles doing a really, really strong comeback. I think Collector overplayed his hand on that last attack. We do in fact have a command center down over here, but no hive do I see any. No, we do have in fact have some corruptors in the air. Corruptors being produced. I do not know where that hive tech originally was. And in comes those Marines and those Marauders. Those Ultralisks will in fact be able to rip through this army if he tries to fight it down, but those Ultralisks not trying to engage these units. Marines and Marauders now trying to come in. Ultralisk now trying to come in as well. Ultralisk will in fact be able to cleave and deal a lot of damage towards those units. Collector with that single Ultralisk able to take down a lot of that army, but still not quite enough. 3 more Ultralisks now coming back in, and that's going to be really, really difficult for Cuddles to really be able to fight back. He should probably pick those units. And yes, once again picking up those units, and then if he can kite those Ultralisks, that would be really, really strong. He needs to really drop towards the mining locations. Taking a look at this, there are still a couple of drones hidden in that ground over here. I do not think that Cuddles realized that that was in fact dropped down, and in comes the Mutalisks. Mutalisks, if they can take down those medevacs, that's going to be very, very bad. Is he going to be lucky enough to take down any medevacs with cargo? And I believe he did, down to 1900. Needs to drop those units as quickly as possible, losing another medevac. Marines now being pumped out of quadruple barracks, sitting on a large amount of gas. Starport perhaps should be trying to get a fusion core at this stage in the game. Fusion core Mutalisks now trying to come into play, trying to take down some of these, missile turrets. Missile turrets getting repaired. So 3 missile turrets able to fend off that attack over here. Taking a look, army size 4250 versus 2700. Cuddles still has a definite advantage at this stage in the game, and it looks like Cuddles may in fact be able to pull this whole entire fight off. Mutalisks now up in the air along with a couple of those Ultralisks. Ultralisks moving fairly slowly. A couple of Infestors taking a unit count. Only Marines and Marauders. A large number of SCVs. So SCVs mining from a lot of locations, and a planetary fortress sitting down over here. Cuddles needs to get some turrets over here, as he does know that it is in fact being mined. Collector with that single Overlord. Mutalisks now trying to once again move back out, trying to look around the map. Yeah, the Spire is currently sitting off in this position, and trying to look if there's any additional production buildings. Yes, we do have in fact have a spawning pool. No upgrade to layer anywhere, or layer. Now a couple corruptors sitting over here on that far side. Marine and medevac now trying to push off into this position. Mutalisks trying to come back in, and those Overlords are going to be once again trying to force back out. Stay tuned for part 3 and the conclusion of this replay between Cuddles and Collector here on Desert Oasis.